And no substitute for the real sun, of course. But these days, it doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the Citadel folk. Take Jormund, for example, standing up there on his balcony looking down on us. Just look at him. Yeah, Jormund, you're a really big man, aren't you? Drinker.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your strapping new friend, Galvar?
We're on our way to see the Jarl. There'll be time for you to get your claws into our friend here later.
I look forward to it. You should come for a drink at my tavern, the Golden Sentinel, tonight. Just about everyone's there after dark.
Be careful with Rastasia. Well, it's not my place to say. There's enough gossip in this cities. It's a small city after all. Only 24 of us at the moment. 23 if you don't count Brandis, who's halfway to the next life. Loki is barely managing to keep him alive.
Oh, hello, Lukey. Did you hear we have a new neighbor?
Great. Another mouth to feed. Hope this one's healthy. Last thing I need is another Brandis to soak up all my...
This is the city where the Jarl and his guests live. If you manage to worm your way in with them, you might get to live here too.
Gulva, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, I remember the first time I met the Jarl.
So I've been recording for like, I don't know, a minute or so. I've been talking and saying stuff, and I just realized the microphone is muted. So
So nervous.
we're following this guy. We're in the Citadel.
Just showing our new friend here to the Jarl.
Well, how about you get back to work, and I take our new friend the rest of the way? If you don't work, none of us eat, Gulva. Remember that.
Hey there.
How could I forget?
Please, come in and say hello.
Fine, I'll get back to work. It was nice meeting you, my friend. We'll stop by for a chat anytime you like.
Hello.
I'm sorry about that. That probably sounded a bit harsh, but it's my job to make sure we all have enough to eat. I'm Jormund. Let's head up to the next floor then, shall we? Be close behind me. Wouldn't want you getting lost now, would we?
I've already been up there like, I don't know, 4 times.
It's good to see a new face here. I haven't had any new arrivals in a while. Except Marius. But he mostly keeps to himself. Too, actually. Most people are pretty friendly though. You should be. This is the closest you'll get to Sovngarde in all of Tamriel. No crime, no conflict. Most folk don't even bother locking the doors. Even if you could steal something without breaking the dwarves' law, it's not as if you could sell it to anyone here.
You wouldn't want to keep the Jarl waiting, would you?
I wonder how the makers of this mod actually
You come and say hello.
made it.
Always got her nose buried in a book, that one.
You know what I mean?
A brawl down in the city. Our resident expert about the history and laws of the Dwemer. Last I heard, they were trying to track down some dwarven artifacts. Should ask Bro about it, if you're into that sort of thing. This is the Citadel kitchen. Remember to be polite to our cook Asanshi. She does the best with what she has, which isn't much.
Okay.
Now let's head up to the house. Alright, so we're going to meet Jarl Metellus. There's a couple of things you should know about him, if make a good impression. First, he was the Well, he was here to us anyway. So the Citadel is his, and we're all his guests. Second, he's very protective of this place, and won't tolerate anyone disturbing the peace. So be on your best behaviour, and you should be fine. This is the top of the Citadel. The bathhouse is off limits, and I'm not even sure what's behind the gold door. Only the Jarl's ever gone in now. Alright, you're on your own from here. I've got lazy farmers to supervise. Good luck with the Jarl, and I'll see you around.
Alright. So, I guess we go through here. Yep.
There's a face I don't recognize. Welcome to my city. I'm Jarl Metellus. Tell me, what is your name? It's always exciting to meet a new member of our small community. Now, before I forget, since you're here for good, you'll need some quarters. Here's a key to the last vacant chambers down in the city, between Brawl and Luki. It's all I sent you here. Well, let's see.
So we've been through this
But that's
part already.
My letter makes no mention of what caused the disaster. I suppose I was in a hurry. So tell me, what's going to happen to us? So the dwarves' law is real, after all, just as we always suspected. But you know who broke it? Who was the culprit? You? But why? What did you do? I see. Well, it seems you failed. But you've been given a second chance, and I trust you won't make the same mistake again. But you must persist. I need you to do a favor for me.
No, I don't think so.
No? What do you mean, no? Don't you realize you're in just as much danger as the rest of us? Look, don't think you're getting out of here alive without my help. I expect you'll come around to my way of thinking, once you realize that. Now get out of my citadel, and come back once you're willing to see sense.
Alright. Just wanna remove this marker real quick. There we go.
Got my eye. Didn't catch a word. And I'll be honest, being deaf ain't half so bad as you'd think. No one bothering you, asking questions. Still can't hear ya.
Well. Do I need to call a plumber? Your wall's leaking. So I guess now we just explore for a way out. This is gonna be exciting. Hopefully.
Oh, hello there. Are we out of here? Are you kidding? Why would I want to get out of here? I can't think of a single place in old Tamriel I'd rather be.
What is it? Sorry, do I know you? No, I don't. You're nobody here, so don't presume I have any interest in speaking to you.
Do you know a way out?
Hello, dear. I'm afraid not, dear. I resigned myself long ago to being here forever. It's not so bad once you get used to the idea.
Alright.
See you another time, then.
I guess we'll go look in the quarters. That might have a clue or something. Let's talk to this guy first.
Hello, neighbor. Would you like to hear about my research? Time travel. You know, as it happens, I do. It was a great obsession of mine for years after my wife passed. I thought if I could go back, I gave up on that idea a long time ago. But recently the Jarl has asked to see my research notes. How strange that you should now take an interest too. Can I ask what the nature of your interest is in this unusual subject? I don't quite know what to say to that. How can I put this charitably? Perhaps you're tired and emotional and need some rest. But I always enjoy discussing my theories with a receptive mind. So I'll humor you. What did you want to ask? For argument's sake, if you found yourself in that position, you'd have only two options. To live out your days in the past, or force a paradox. A paradox, you see, would involve changing the past so as to prevent the events which caused you to travel back in time in the first place. But you'd be taking a big risk by doing that. Who knows what the consequences would be? Some say that whatever you do, it will lead you right back to the future that took you back in time in the first place. An eternal loop, if you will. But me, I believe that creating a paradox should fling you back to your original time, having changed the past for you and everyone else. Well, let's say for argument's sake that you really have traveled here from the future. You could create a paradox in a few different ways. Essentially, you could do anything that would remove your means or motivation to return to the past. For example, you came here to achieve some goal. Achieving that goal would mean you will never have been motivated to come here. A paradox. Or, if the thing that allowed you to travel back in time is still here, as a past version of itself. You could simply destroy it, I suppose. That would mean, of course, that you will never have been able to travel back in time. Another paradox. But doing so could have terrible consequences. But if you really are from the future, as unlikely as that is, telling me or anybody else what happens next could have disastrous consequences too. I think it's best if we talk about something else. That is the sun under the ground. Or at least that's how it's referred to in the Dwarven text we've managed to translate. I must confess, I haven't the faintest idea of how it works. But it seems to be giving us light and allowing us to grow crops, even under the ground. Of course, if it ever stops glowing, for whatever reason, we'll all be in quite a lot of trouble. But don't concern yourself with such dark thoughts. I'm sure we have nothing to worry about. Now that's an interesting question. I personally don't know any way out, no. However, I have a theory. It's more of a hypothesis, really. My thinking is that if there was a way out of here, the dwarves who built this place must have known about it. True, but we can learn all sorts of things about them from what they left behind. Inscriptions, architecture, relics, statues. And while I've discovered many things here, there are some parts of the city I haven't been able to get to. I'm most interested in the palace, above the lake. Unfortunately, it's sealed up tight. Only one man ever managed to enter, and he never came out. That was Narnabas, and we haven't heard from him in years. Strange fellow. I believe he was looking for the secrets of the dwarves too. If you could find a way in there, I'm sure it would tell us a great deal about this place. Who knows what secrets we could uncover.
Alright. New mission.
Come back if you think of any questions.
The palace above the lake. I think that's what he said. That thing? I think that's what he's talking about. So we'll go up this way, I think. Who are you? I'm tired. So I guess we can't go that way. Oh. Do one of these coffins have a key in it? Maybe? Dwarven boots. Can we... I may have just figured it out. Maybe. Are you supposed to like jump on this to that and over? Let's try not that one. Not that. This shouts.
What? Ah!
Dang. There's a dead person.
What? Ah!
Powers. Let's see. I wonder if I might have a teleportation spell that came with part of the mod, but I'm not sure if it's the same one. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop the episode here and come back to it. Maybe there's something in the barrel. Alright, I'm gonna cut it here, come back to it, and pick up on the other side of that gate. Oh, never mind. I think we just got it. Yeah. Why didn't I see that earlier? So we're gonna keep going. I'm not gonna cut it. Hello. Oh. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop it because it's running a little over. I don't want to record too long, it takes too long to upload. So we'll pick up next time right here in the same spot. Like, share, and subscribe, you know, the usual. And I'll be back.